everyone, my name is Beck and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I just realized I didn't turn on the lights, so it's gonna be very dark. But hello, it's daytime. It's currently 8 a.m. in the morning. I have a mild allergic reaction on my face that I can't put on makeup. Hello, I'm rambling. I finished Octopath Traveler. I haven't 100% the whole thing yet. I finished all 4 chapters for each of the characters. I understand there's a true dungeon. I haven't unlocked it yet. I have a rough idea of where I'm supposed to go in order to fight it. I've been recommended by Tux to not attempt it until I'm level 70 for all of my party members. Just a quick disclaimer in front, these are all my personal opinions and there will be spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled ahead, please don't watch it. And also, this is not a review of the game, it's more like my personal take of the stories and what preferences I have over each character. It's not supposed to be anything professional. If you're looking for a review of the game, you're looking at the wrong person because I'm an incoherent mess. I did write down a little bit of notes, but I'm probably not going to use any of them, knowing me. Let's start off with my most favorite characters of the story. I guess of the 8, my top 3 will be Primrose, Virion, and surprisingly I like Harnet's ending. I did enjoy the other characters, but if I'm looking at the entirety of all 4 chapters, I guess it's really hard for me to pick, but I really did enjoy Harnet's story. In the beginning I wasn't really keen for her. It was interesting. I mean, the whole your master going missing and trying to find him. And then in chapter 2, when you find, I'm warning you, there will be spoilers. In chapter 2, how you find out he turned into a stone because the beast had cursed him. And then it was like the last character I will play for every chapter. So that's probably why it's the most memorable for me, along with Primrose, because her story is pretty dark and I started off with her. But I'm kind of like mashing the points together. But I left her chapter 4 last because I knew it was going to be the hardest. I didn't look it up or anything, but I just knew. Throughout the game they were hyping out how Red Eye was supposedly the hardest. So many capabilities to curse someone to turn into stone, and then you had to go through so much stuff just to get the purified essence or herb. Like, you went into a forest to get, like, I don't remember what it's called, because I only saw my characters turn into stone once and my entire team got wiped out, so I didn't even get a chance to use the herb that I made in the previous chapter. That was a major giveaway that the boss was going to be hard. And eventually, after the 5th time of trying to beat it, I couldn't beat it, so I looked it up and see how much HP that boss had, and had like 108,000 or something insane like that. It took me a while, but surprisingly, when I didn't care and tried it again, that's when I won. I used a lot of higher help, but my thief was also the merchant. That's how I paired it up, which was pretty good because he could steal like HP and SP, which I really like. I really like Virion as a playable character. The least favorite story out of the whole game would be Tressa, because I felt like her story was very unnecessary compared to the other. For the other stories, I felt like everything was kind of tied in nicely. I did not like Tressa because it felt like it was unnecessary, especially in the last chapter boss fight when her notebook that got stolen confronted Esmeralda, the person that took her notebook. She had no use for it and she was gonna return it, and I have already forgotten the character's name because I don't care, because it's such a minor part of it. She is also a child. She's not out there to make a profit as a merchant. I understand it's trying to be like heartwarming, the fact that she finally found her personal treasure. She's trying to make other customers happy, but you know, the whole concept and theme of like giving, but it just didn't make sense to me on just a human level. It didn't make sense to me at all. It didn't felt like an ending. To be honest, I felt like her story was more like a filler rather than a main character story. Felt like it was like a side thing, but hey. And this might be a little bit more controversial. I don't know who is going to watch this because I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of people by now, but I felt the same for Oberic. I felt like his character was a bit bland. It didn't flow well for me. It didn't make sense. In the part where he finally met up with the guy who destroyed his entire well-being, the king, the kingdoms, and his men, I felt like it was just doesn't carry away the sins that he has murdered so many people in the sake of revenge, but at the same time Oberic does not. I don't know how to explain myself, but it's just why. The whole story was just why. It was interesting, but at the same time it's like, what was the point of all of that? Special mention, I realized in Oberic, Ophelia, I don't think in Primrose, Furion was definitely like, there was a lot of red herring leading up to the supposedly the Dragon's Gate, where I think that is the point of the whole true boss, where they were hinting there was a gate in Oberic's storyline where it ties into each other, where it's like it's briefly mentioned that the true boss might appear in those places. And I think I accidentally went into like a tomb or something, or a temple, where there was this graveyard guide that told me to leave. I entered that by mistake because I was trying to find like advanced secondary jobs or something, but I ended up there. But I have a feeling that that was the place where you go to fight the true boss. And I think it was also mentioned in Cyrus's route. I don't know. This whole video is incoherent. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I did like Primrose's story the most. I knew that guy was shifty, but I didn't expect him, Simone, that poetic asshole who ended up stabbing her when he showed up at the manor. I was just like, oh no, he's gonna do something shifty. But I never expected him to be directly stabbing her. And someone raised a very important question. I think you have 3 other party members in your team, right? Why didn't they do anything when she got stabbed? Couldn't they be the ones that carried her back to the inn to get healed? I mean, Alphin's in my team, he didn't do anything. I guess when you press the plus sign, they did have a conversation about it, but I felt like, I understand it's like individual stories, it's kind of hard to like connect them all together to make it more like they're communicating, but at the same time they're not really. It's just like a side thing, the family. But then again, when it's like interchangeable characters, it's kind of hard to make it all mashed together well. It didn't make sense to me sometimes. I have 70 hours on Octopath. I'm covering my shame because I have like 115 hours on Stardew Valley. Yep, I spent about 70 hours to finish all 4 chapters for each character. Like, I have a really good experience with most of the stories, except for, yeah, like I said, Tressa and Oberic's story is kind of like, Tressa's story is a lot iffy for me. Oberic is so-so. I did have a lot of moral dilemma when I was playing Alphin's Rouse. A lot of people didn't like him in the very beginning. For some reason, I thought he was okay, and it was just like the fact that it really saving the guy who went ahead and kidnapped a kid, and the fact that there's like a crossover where he was talking to Odin, or something, I forgot his name, the other Apothecary. Oh my god, I have a hard time saying that. How he went through the same experience, and in that profession you should go ahead and play God in a sense, to save a person or to leave them to die. But at the end, I guess it's like kind of like a full circle. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna save people. It's not me to judge or something like that. But back to Primrose again, forgot to mention that I felt like there was no closure for her. In the end, she got her revenge, but at what price? And the fact that the motivation behind that guy's intention to ruin her family life simply because he enjoys seeing others suffer is just messed up. Because on a deeper level, he did have financial gain, because there was a left and right wing where one was like extorting people for money, prostitution and whatnot. Another was the one that one was financial and one was like for kind of like HR. So basically they had a running black market scheme going on. But I thought that was very dark and interesting. Surprisingly, in the beginning, I did not like Ophelia's route, but towards the end it became more interesting as the kidnapping happened and the betrayal. A lot of backstabbing happens in this game, which makes it fairly interesting. It is a good balance between something like Primrose to Tressa, where it's like a middle ground of one where it's so terrible and the other one's slightly more happy-go-lucky, to kind of like balance out the tone. It's okay. I think there's still a lot of things I haven't done yet. There's definitely some side stuff that I need to go ahead and finish, and the true dungeon, the true boss. But other than that, I've pretty much had a great experience playing this game. That's all I have to say. So if you watched up till now, I would like to know if you guys enjoyed, who was your favorite character and who was your least favorite character, and which storyline or routes did you think was like ludicrous or whatnot. Any opposing opinion is also welcome as long as it's respectful. I understand everybody has a different perspective when it comes to games and interpretations of stories, so please feel free to leave yours down below. I can see where the negativity can come from playing this game, because there are some questionable elements in it, just like in anything out there. Like, nothing out there is perfect. There's always something that's a miss. But I'd like to hear about yeah, your perspective. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Please leave me a comment down below, give me a like, give me a sub if you're interested in seeing more content from me, and hit the bell if you want notifications, and click on always if you want to see a new video pop up, because YouTube makes like 600 layers before you can actually reach to someone's like videos. I don't know. If you're interested, no worries. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.